Guys, what was that pump? Look at that absolute scam wick from the market. Big up those who are using the SMC bot. We did have a strong buy signal on Ethereum from the SMC bot down here. I think it was around 1,830 or just below. And absolutely went crazy. Went all the way up over this level, went over 2,100. I wasn't day trading this. You know me, I like to swing trade. But congratulations if you were day trading. Very good signal there. If you took that on leverage, you would have absolutely printed. How funny that this pump happened exactly a few days after I posted that video about a potential scam pump coming. Look, here's the video I posted the other day. People say to me, well, if you think altcoins are going to keep coming down and you think the market's going to continue to crash, why wouldn't you just keep shorting here? Well, it's a lot easier to short up here in this kind of range here. Maybe we can draw on here. Let's get some drawings. It's a lot easier to short at the top than it is down here. Okay, you've just had like a 40% correction, and normally after a bleed like this, what happens is everyone starts to short. Retail goes short, smart money goes short, whales go short, and there becomes a huge incentive to actually come back and try and liquidate these shorts, right? The exchanges can liquidate the shorts for billions and billions of dollars if they can push the price up just a little bit, because everyone's been making free money just shorting, right? I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars shorting, just pressing sell and just waiting for them. How crazy is that, guys? Literally a few days later, we then saw this massive pump. I'm so glad I closed those trades out, because I took about 70k profit, closed them out, then a few days later this happened and I would have missed out on a lot of that profit. So GG's, guys, if you TP'd. Now, I did hit a few stop losses. I could have claimed even more money, but I'm just glad that I was preserving some capital along the way. I think I've got 2 shorts still open. 2 shorts actually made it, and I've still got 2 shorts open, so they're doing quite well. I'm going to leave them open for now because I think we are potentially going to still see some more downside. I did say as well, like a couple of days ago, when was this? The 25th, the 27th today. So I said people are getting a little bit excited over this bullish candle in brackets. I said zoom out. I mean, look, if you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. I've never seen so much bullishness in a few days over a pathetic small candle like this in the middle of a bear market. And this is what happens in a bear market. People are so desperate for green, they forget to zoom out. And there's a famous saying, if in doubt, zoom out. And I love it because it really gives you perspective on where you are in the market. And, we've been talking about this since January 25, right? We're just literally playing out the pattern that we talked about in January 25. We said we're going to repeat last cycle. We're going to bounce off this support here. So we come down here, bounce off the support here, push up to the top, just as we did last cycle, and then we're going to start a bear market, which comes all the way down. Look how fast and aggressive it comes down. And, we're playing out exactly like that. Now, I didn't put that we could come down to this support. Now, it's definitely possible that we could come down to this support. I'm happy buying a little bit early. Where did we start shorting? $110,000. Look. We started shorting 125,000, right? Opened up a bigger position at 110,000. But, if we come down to 50k, I don't really mind buying at 50k, 40k. I'm not going to be the pig that sits and tries to get 30k, okay? Because 30k is possible. And look, if we touch this yellow line, I would bet a lot of money that we don't ever go below this yellow line, which is like 30, 32k, okay? So if we come down here, it's just a little bit too easy now. And I feel like everyone would long here, everyone would buy here. It sounds a little bit too easy to me. For me personally, I feel like we're going to front run this level. And I know it's going to be the first time in history. It's dangerous to bet on this time's different, but I'm happy to be wrong here because, we're buying so much cheaper. There were so many people buying the dip at 100k, 105k, 90k. Even Sailor was buying stupid amounts at 110k, right? To buy at 50k, 40k, 35k, I'm not going to grumble, guys. It means that I'm going to make so much money again, swing trading this to the upside. And also my indicators are suggesting that we're going to bottom in this kind of range here. And obviously, I'm not buying right now, but I think we're going to potentially come here in the next few months. So I'm just following the plan, and everything's playing out as it previously has done. So there's no FOMO for me, guys. I mean, look, we're still on a sell signal from the SMC bot on the weekly time frame. Great sell signal as well. Congratulations if you got out the market, because I think altcoins are down like 80-90%. You know, there's some whales in my group who literally told me they'd saved millions of dollars by selling their portfolio, because a lot of people don't sell their entire portfolio, but I did. I said, guys, I'm selling every last piece of crypto I have back up here, and there were some guys in my group that saved millions. So congratulations if you've been following along on the channel. Even on the daily time frame, we had this yellow topping candle on the daily time frame, which these are so strong. Every time we've had one of these recently, it has crashed shortly after. These are such a good signal for downside. And you know, we still don't have a buy signal from the SMC bot, even on the daily time frame. So on the weekly, on the monthly, we're still on a sell. And guys, don't forget, in the bull run, we will get a buy signal. Okay, so the market can't possibly go into another bull run without us getting a buy signal from the SMC bot on the monthly time frame. Okay, so what happens is you go into a bear market. This green line here, see where I've put this green line? This is 12 months into a market crash, and that's historically where Bitcoin bottoms. And look how far away we are from this. Now, look, it could be sooner, it could be faster. I'm definitely open to that idea. This is normally where it bottoms, and we're still so far away, just as we were last cycle, right? We went sideways for ages. So it's going to get choppy. It's probably going to get messy, but we're still far away. We have a sell on the monthly. We're not going to go into a new bull run without getting a buy signal, despite what your favorite KOL says on Twitter. You know, we're going to go up to 150k from here. It's the same stuff every cycle, guys. They've got no patience. A lot of them don't have the data that we're analyzing, don't even know how to analyze the data, and they get sucked into the motions, right? They were buying the dip at 100k. Of course, when they see 60k, they're going to be feeling emotional, right? They're going to be like, oh man, my bags are down 50%, 40%. I'm buying the dip. I'm bringing my average price down. And, you know, historically, we just fall lower and lower and lower. And then eventually they end up capitulating, and that can sometimes be a bottom signal. Right now, there's still so much hope on socials. We also saw searches for searches for buy Bitcoin was back at all-time high off of one little candle. This candle down here, and searches for buy Bitcoin are at all-time high. You can't make it up. You literally can't make it up. And then what happened? We literally started crashing again, and we're now back at 65,200 already. Absolutely crazy. ETH's back below 2k. The market's looking weak again. Hype's at 27. Yeah. One little candle and everyone is frothing, but the trend is your friend until the end. If we got a buy signal on the daily, okay, maybe I'll see what's going on. Why are we getting buy signals? Has anything changed? What's the data saying? Until then, the trend is your friend. There's no reason for me to do anything until we get a buy signal on the daily, or to pay any attention to it whatsoever. The trend is your friend until the end. So what happens when we bottom? So let's say we do bottom. Let's say we bottom at 50k, right? I think we're going lower, but let's say we bottom at 50k. What would happen is we would get a buy signal from the SMC bot on the daily. Then we would need to look at the weekly time frame. Okay, so we'd look at this, the week. I believe this is the weekly time frame, and we would want to see a weekly buy. Okay, and then when we get the monthly buy, where is the monthly buy? So we looked over here, didn't we? I think I've gone off the chart, but I think here it is. When we eventually get this monthly buy, see down here, we had a monthly buy around 23,000 Bitcoin. It's not going to be the bottom, the monthly buy, okay? The daily and the weekly is going to be more consistent, but the monthly is kind of the final alert. I think it flashed down here around $2,000, $3,000. Okay, I wish I was buying at $2,000-$3,000, but that's when it flashed up. And yeah. It's not going to be able to rally without getting a buy signal. So, you know, look, if you left it too late and you were a little bit too bearish, and the price, where did we bottom? 16k. Are you going to be that disappointed if you bought at 23k? You would have bought a lot cheaper than most of the people in the space, right? Most people were really, really bearish down here. USDC depegged, people were giving up, and you know, it wasn't until these massive green candles where they started to FOMO back into the market around 40k, 50k. I think a lot of people bought between 30 and 50k. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to be too disappointed if you bought at 23 and the bottom was 16. You know, you're almost within 10k of the bottom. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Everything seems to be following history. This green line is where we seem to be heading towards, and I've drawn this trend line for now. This might change. I've drawn this trend line. I'm working with loads of data trying to work out where we're going to bottom. And as you guys know, I'm also going to try and long the bottom this cycle. And I'm going to do strategies, 2 different strategies to long. I'm going to do one on low leverage, and then I'm going to do a ladder in DCA as well, because I'd really love to try and long Bitcoin this cycle. Also, I'll probably do it on Ethereum and Solana, because I'm quite interested in this new quantum resistant world that we're going into. And I think there is a lot of different plays that could play out in the coming cycle with these new quantum resistant moves, especially if BTC struggles to become quantum resistant. So I definitely don't want to be hedging too much of my bets on one play. I want to be diversifying and trying to understand where's the market going to be in 4 years. Like, imagine if we have quantum resistant Solana, Sui, Ethereum, but BTC can't upgrade because they can't solve it, right? If you've looked at how difficult it is to even upgrade Ethereum, as Vitalik's been posting recently about how the upgrades, there's still no solution for the migration as well of the assets. It's really complicated, and even Vitalik is saying, I don't know how we're going to do this. Maybe we can solve it if we do this and do this. BTC doesn't have as much wiggle room as Ethereum does, right? And it's there's a lot more you can do with the Ethereum, the smart contract, than you can with Bitcoin. And there's still the old wallet situations. There's all of the dead supply. There's all of the lost wallets. People are going to be trying to claim those back. People are going to be claiming their wallets. We're probably going to get loads of dodginess going on with governments claiming that these are their lost wallets and using quantum to access it. It's going to be a big mess, and trying to understand that mess, there might be opportunities there, right? Especially if Ethereum and Solana become quantum resistant in the next few years, which they might be. So exciting times, guys, really exciting times. And for now, the trend is your friend. We're still in a downtrend. We're still following the bear market pattern we talked about, and I'm looking for this bottom of the market. If you want to join us, the guys have been absolutely printing. Big up 91 old schooler, 149% on that Sol trade. Moko, 35% on the AVAX short. I'm still short AVAX, by the way, guys. My man ZT, this was from the other day on the long. Guys, if you want to join us, you want to see all our buy and sell alerts, our trades, what we're doing. I also updated my stocks portfolio yesterday, I believe, and I'm planning to start buying. As you guys know, we've mainly been selling since March 2024, but I'm planning to start buying again. I think we've got our this is where we took profits off that final BTC long and opened some shorts at 125k. But I have been buying. We've been dabbling in stocks, and I did buy some quantum stocks that done quite well. My stablecoin buy has gone down. Circle went down a bit. Another one, Rich Tech Robotics, went down a bit, so I'm looking to DCA into those. But I barely got any stocks, right? I think of my own capital, I have 3 to 4% in stocks, and I'm probably looking to have 40% in stocks, right? So I might even have another 30 companies to buy this year. And we've been waiting for the market to come down, and stocks have been crashing and coming down. So far, it's been a good decision to wait, and the market seems to be coming down just as we anticipated. I did say TP 50k. I did say that I think we might hit that in March, and I'm still sticking with that. I think I posted it here somewhere. Where did I post it? I did say TP 50k March. Maybe it was brand new tweet. Yeah, I said here, according to the SMC bot, there's a high chance we'll hit our target in March. It's possible, guys. I said TP here, 50k. 30th of October, BTC 111k. Almost over 50% down. Over a 50% correction. Whilst everyone was frothing at the mouth, we could see the cracks. We could see that it was about to crash. And I think it might hit. If it doesn't hit March, I'll be very surprised if it doesn't hit April, May. So yeah, we might hit our target. It might be time to start buying. and I'm going to take profit on the rest of my shorts at 50k and start to dollar cost average into the market. I do think we're coming lower, and I want it to go lower, guys. If I start to DCA at 50k, I don't know if I'll take my long. I'm taking my long based on data, right? And also I'm going to buy the dip based on data, but I'm happy with a 50k BTC, right? It was 126k, and a lot of people were actually buying at 120k, 110k, 90k, 80k. I'm going to already be double up. If I buy at 50k, I'm already going to double my money before we even get to all-time high. Whilst everyone is trying to get break even, I'm already going to be doubled my money at 100k. If I put in 500k at 50k, by 100k, I'm already going to be $500,000 up, right? I could even take out my initial 500. If I put 500k into BTC, I could take out my initial at 100k, and the rest of it's free money. I've got $500,000 in BTC that's completely free money, and I've got 500k cash that I can go and put back into a property or something, right? I don't know how I'm going to play it this cycle. I'm going to look at the data. I'm going to look at the institutions, the smart money. I'm going to track what they're doing, just as we did last cycle, and try and suss the game out. But yeah. TP 50k, I'm going to DCA down. I hope it does come to 30k. Happy days. If it comes to 30k, I continue to DCA. I continue to bring my average buy price down, and maybe I can bring it down to 40k, 48k, 30k, whatever. The lower it goes, the better. Personally, if you're longing, you don't really want to DCA too early into a long. That's where you have to be a little bit more surgical. And I don't want to long too early. That's why I'm going to be on top of the data trying to get those longs. Where am I going to long Solana and Ethereum? Well, we'll talk about that as well. Guys, if you want to join us, you want to see all my buy and sell alerts, the leverage trades, what I'm doing, when I'm buying crypto again, right? We sold crypto around 2 years. We started selling around 2 years ago. We've been selling for the last 2 years or so, and we've been patiently waiting to buy, and so many altcoins are down, guys. Like, some things are down 80-90%. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, and I'm getting ready to buy this year. I still think we've got more pain. We're only down 50%. This is only a 50% correction. Historically, Bitcoin has come down 70 to 80%. 50% is too conservative. We're starting to get the sell on the monthly, and I think we have got more pain. I don't think we've got a lot of pain to come, but I do think we do have more pain here. And I'm excited. Look at these prices, man. They're coming down. I think one of our sells on Solana was like $250, and today it's 81. It's crazy. Where did we buy Solana? I think we bought it at $23, so 81 is not far away, really. Yeah, if you want to join us, head over to the Twitter, guys. Search this one, not the top one. Search the bottom one. Click this link. That's going to take you to a page where you can jump in and join the Discord or do my course, whatever you want to do. Once you're in the Patreon, it will connect you to the Discord, and you can leave at any time. It's a monthly fee, so if it's not for you, you can leave after your first month's up. You can leave, and then you won't be charged again. So if you don't like it, we wouldn't want you in the community or Discord anyway, so it's not a lifetime thing where you get locked in. It's a monthly fee. Guys, if you like the videos, if you want to see more, press the like button, hit the subscribe. Until then, I will catch you guys in the next one.